Greetings, my fine fellows, it is I, Egot, in a new, more fancy, slightly betterly animated PNGTuber model. And yes, hey, it has been a minute. It's been a month, but also, I'm also was posting a whole bunch of, model kit videos and the shorts if you all saw those. But yeah, it is I, Egot. I return with a short video to tell you guys, hey, it's a channel update because I've been tired. I have been the sleepies. And that's kind of been slowing down my reading uh, and whatnot. And also, the model kits the model kits don't take too much time, honestly, at least compared to a book. But yeah, I've been just kind of slow. I got that new day job uh, that has just really been settling in the past couple months. It's been about 3 months now. It's fine. It pays honestly not that great, but enough to where I can pay my bills, not really making a whole lot in terms of savings, but it just puts the stress off me and I can relax kind of for a little bit. So that's one of the big things. And then I need to get back to my reading. I have been kind of in the poops when it comes to my reading. But yeah, I need to get back into that. I need to do the 2 videos that I have planned for finishing off the Kellhound's Ascendant. And then they just released the if odd acquaintance be forgot. It's like if old acquaintance be forgot, but there's like a word that I'm misremembering. But yeah, they just released that, which is kind of a sequel to that, and so I need to get that done. And I'll read that and do a video on that because I like these books. They are good books. And Michael Stackpool is an amazing writer. But yeah, just need to get back into the group of things. Need to figure out the balance, and then it's this time of year where shit's hard because of seasonal depression and also the change in the job. So I've been it's been a slow go. Same with art because I had a massive burnout from fucking just doing so much shit, and then the apartment made things difficult. I was going for a good couple of months into this year because I moved in at the beginning of this year, and up until about 3 months ago, I was just going entirely off of just doing commissions. And previously, I'd been able to do it, but still lost a whole lot of time, and just I really burnt myself out, and it was difficult. It just doing art in its entirety in full time and to make money off of it is it's a challenge. It is an extreme challenge to even remotely attempt that and to actually maintain it because there's just a lot that goes into it, and it is a full-time fucking job to make it even remotely possible. It's also it's the way I was doing things was not really great as I really beansed it in terms of balance of oh hey, I'm going to make some of my own crap, and then here I'll do all these commissions, and then it was honestly mostly commissions. I was mostly just doing the work of others, and it slowly builds up when you're just only doing these other people's things, never able to work on your own things, and then your balance gets off, and then you're just so tired from doing that you can't really do anything else, and whatnot. But yeah, so right now it's just kind of getting settled into things and trying to find my balance again, trying to make because I oh god, it was not great in terms of my feeling towards art a bit ago. But I'm slowly getting better at that. I'm still drawing. It's just sketches and whatnot, and then doing this model, which was very fun, but it's still very spurtsy, and it's difficult to do anything in color. That's the thing. I really like my sketching style. Where I just yeah, if you haven't seen them, like they're very airbrushy is kind of the tool I use in Clip, where I just kind of sketch out the thing and then I refine it and kind of give I throw a gray background on and then I just paint in and give depth and stuff from there. So it's like a grayscale image, but with shading and lighting and stuff. Yeah, it looks really nice. I really love how those kind of mostly turn out because they're very fun and relaxing to do, and it doesn't feel like I'm having to do so much for something for me to enjoy. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the situation with art in terms of me right now. It's just kind of recovering from 3 years of doing commissions full time, 4 years of college where I was doing creatively, but it's also just it's so much hard work. College was difficult. You learn a lot and you do a lot. It's just it's hard. I mean, all these things are very difficult things to remotely attempt and just do consistently. I mean, hell, I know so many people who pretty much don't really do any like art based job things, or either what they do is like adjacent to art and whatnot. Uh, but yeah, I think it's just I gotta find a way to balance things out right and kind of renegotiate with myself with my relationship with doing art to feel more genuinely happy about it because I just was not happy. I was like I enjoy the process of creating and whatnot, but just the fact that I could never really do anything for myself was difficult. Uh, then going off of that, last month I did try to kind of to accommodate like the creative like trying to get those juices where it's like what do I want to be creatively because I really don't think I've actually figured that out yet kind of I last month because it was NaNoWriMo, I attempted to do like some writing stuff. Didn't really get around to any of my goals. Like I first 2 weeks decent, got some writing in, got some plotting, and then the latter half of the month I got sick, and then still having to go into work outside of 2 days because I need pay my rent and stuff. That kind of staggered that. And I still did some more writing as best I could. I was not able to get into the mindset I was earlier. But yeah, so in the land of goat. It's weird. I'm trying to figure things out. I want to get back into making videos, and then expand things out like I wanted to other videos and stuff and other subject matter besides novels. Like I really want to do some comics. Like literally just recently, I freaking finally, after having some time, started reading the Gold Digger Gold Brick One remaster, which to explain basically that is like a big omnibus of a comic called Gold Digger, which is like what if Indiana Jones was in a Final Fantasy thing and was a lady and had a adopted sister that was a Thundercat. Uh, and it is as amazing and insane and just one of my favorite comics of all time. And I recently started reading that after basically getting on the Kickstarter for freaking forever ago whenever that came out. And then just recently bought because they had a Black Friday day sale, and I was like, whatever. I got the two other volumes of that I was missing because it's like a book that's like 300 issues. It's gonna, I think, literally this week or either next. I'm recording this like on the weekend, so it's either this week or the weekend or next week that will have the 301st issue, which will be the last one, which I need to order because I haven't been able to read it in individual issues in so long. God, I missed that so much. You guys have no idea how much I miss reading stuff in issues monthly, but darn finances. God. But yeah, still one of my favorite books ever. I'm glad I almost have all of it, and I can't wait till I get because the whole bit with the remaster part is they just added coloring because the original 50 issues were in black and white. And the coloring in it it's very fitting. That's one of those hard things to do with comics, especially of like a certain type of era because it was made the 90s, early 90s, I want to say, um, where like he was doing the black and white thing, was part of the American manga kind of boom, and just kind of has that kind of styling, so like a mix of comic book and anime and video games, all this kind of stuff. And so you get this mishmash of styles, and then even then when it comes to recoloring black and white books, it's very difficult because when you're doing something explicitly for black and white, you're using a lot more like of the grayscale or like hatching or any of these other like various skills to try and enhance and give depth and shading and color and whatnot to that to make it like a very good thing. Because again, you see that a lot in the manga, how they use tones nowadays, and whatnot, and so you can see that stuff all over the place in a lot of indie books at a certain era. And honestly, I think we need to be more open about black and white comics because there's a big thing, or at least I've been so out of the date, so I don't know if this is still like a thing in conversation, but like people really need to be more open about fucking like letting people have black and white comics and not bitching and moaning that, oh my god, it's a black and white comic. What, you lazy fuck? You should just get some color. Oh my god, I'm not gonna read this, you fuck. Because I've seen so many comments like that over the years where it's like, oh, this is really nice, but I don't like reading black and white comics because of various dumbass reasons. Um, that just always annoy me because like as a comic artist or a person who is like deeply invested in all that, that shit is fucking hard to do. Like doing a comic already is extremely difficult because you have to do so much work, uh, especially depending on what type of story you're trying to tell. And then like doing it well and doing it good is hard. And then like strapping on like just coloring on top of that, it can be an extremely taxing thing to do. Um, Coming from experience, it is very it's rewarding. It's very rewarding, and you if you like comics, you do it because you like them. Because it's not like there's a lot of downsides when it comes to doing the non-passion part of comics. Oh god, I tell you, you could make several essays and documentaries on how comics has kind of failed the people who make them. Uh, but yeah, nonetheless, it's a difficult thing. But like with the Gold Digger books, they've done a lot of really good with coloring because like they've got the like I forget who the colorists are. It's like two people going in and just really kind of matching the style and vibe of how it looks. Like, it doesn't look like it's like super modern or like super like taking away. It's like, okay, we're just gonna add the color, we're gonna add some stuff here and there, make everything feel how it is. Not how like Fred Perry, the artist and creator of Gold Digger, who like writes and draws the whole thing, does it now because it wouldn't fit the style of the books, but more kind of like what they feel would be evocative, I think, of his style because he did do like one color book before he kind of started figuring out the modern style. I forgot, I have to check back that issue if someone else colored it or if he did that. I'd have to look it up specifically. But like just kind of fitting that right. I'd love to talk about that as a video that's a bit more edited or like has a showcase of pages or something like that. Same with anime or movies or whatnot. But yeah, just I want to do a couple more things. I want to stream more often. That's another thing I really want to try and get into. Because like I enjoy doing it. I don't really ever get an audience, but I like doing it. Maybe I'll try out like just doing like do like a session where I sit down, record like an hour's worth of footage, and make that into like two episodes of like a let's play or something. I don't know if that be a thing I would have fun doing. I'm not really sure. I just I want to do more stuff. I want to like I want to do stuff for me to figure out like what I want to do. I think because I think that's pretty much everything comes down to that is I really want to figure out my shit because so much of my stuff has just been okay, work, zug, work for like the past oh god, I don't honestly I can't tell you. Like it's been a difficult years of stuff trying to I don't know. Shit is weird, life is complicated, and it's hard to really say like where like I know in college I was creatively I felt more free and I didn't feel like I didn't know where I was like rumbling towards. I felt like I had more of a sense of like just creative madness where you have all this stuff and you're trying to figure it out and you're still like having the trouble of like putting the pieces together, but getting those pieces was not the difficult part. It was just the thing that I've always dealt with where it's like trying to find a way to make those pieces a cohesive creative thing, a creative project or whatever. But I had better luck at trying to piece those things together, either time wise or just creatively as a person. I just was at a better point because I did so much shit. I made like a 30 some page one shot. Didn't finish it because I was trying to figure out the script. I had a rough script. I just didn't have any dialogue because I didn't know what to make the characters say. But I just drew all that shit and was like, yeah, I did it. And then I tried a different one to give like an origin story thing for the character, and like I got all that done, and then I just didn't know what to do forward. Like I couldn't figure out where I wanted to go with the story because I had ideas, but I didn't know which thing to pursue. And so like you see what I mean? Look, I'm trying to find a way to get the pieces of like what I want to be creatively for a project together, which has always kind of been the difficult part. I think I think going forward, I just need to be more loose, be more open to just fucking around or something. But I just gotta try. I have to try, and that's the big thing, and be less, I don't know, concerned about making something good versus making something. Because I don't know if it's like perfectionism or just me wanting it to be like a super specific way instead of just like I'm gonna barrel through and make this and like I don't give a shit. I just want to make it. Like I want to get back to that same level of like happiness I felt when I did that 32-page one shot, and I still feel happy that I did it, even if I didn't fix it. I didn't finish it. I fix it. Uh, like I still feel happy because it was like a big thing I did over the course of like a break between college. I think years or semesters. I forget. But yeah, it was like just a whole thing, and I showed it all off to my one of my professors. They were like, "Damn, you did all that?" I was like, "Yeah, it was easy." And I want to feel like I have that level of confidence in myself creatively. Like again, either just I don't know. I really want to finally get a comic or just some comics like the short ones done, uh, that like fit what I want to create because I want to make like adventure sci-fi kind of stuff, and I don't know. I just gotta figure things out. That's pretty much what it comes down to, and just figuring things out as a person, which is kind of what's all life is all about. But yeah, so that's kind of like the general update, and also showcase of me new fancy model. But yeah, I'm gonna try and I need to reread a little bit of certain sections of uh, A Tiny Spot of Rebellion, so I can do the next Kellhounds video on that, and then do the last story, which I still need to read. And then I think I really it really depends on like what story I really want to read. I think I'm gonna be more casual with my videos going forward, not really do a monthly thing, just because I want to not feel all this pressure on myself and be more like I don't know fancy with things. Maybe have more graphics showing on. Maybe draw up like little things for the videos or something. I don't know. I just want to put like more of myself into the things I do. Uh, Either if it's just like yeah, I still like my format because it's just kind of like a fun talky talk thing. On my screen, you get to see the book cover, and now with the enhanced like kind of animation I got, it's pretty fun. Uh, Also, if you might have noticed throughout the video, I blink. Yes, it even has blink, which I probably need to try and enhance. Like, have 2 frames of mouth movement that it cycles through, and then just a 1 frame for the blink. I could probably figure out a way to make um, the blink be like more fluid instead of like a one like a back and forth between like open and closed. There's a couple of things, and I'm actually now noticing I forgot to color in a part of the hair, so I'll fix that later unless I don't like give a shit to. But yeah, it's all fun. I mean, generally, did enjoy very much doing this because this model was fun to make, and then like putting it together was like, ooh, ah. Oh yeah. Also, the actual program I'm using to like make this is called RahiTuber, who I will probably put up the to the person who made that and a link to their stuff on the screen because I'm forgetting their name. But they did a cool thing, and like this shit's cool. Like it has a bunch of like neat little features. It's very simple to put together. It's like PNGTUBER Plus, where it's kind of like where you have different like there's still layers and you can still do a whole lot of that. But in terms of like doing how I do simple stuff, it's way easier to set up in terms of like my understanding of how to do stuff. Um, where I think PNGTuber Plus is a bit more advanced. Whereas I in terms of its general like setup, I don't know. Maybe it's just how RahiTuber is designed, where it's like it makes more sense to my like caffeine-addled brain of madness. But yeah, that's kind of the general update. gonna try and get things rolling again here soon. If not, like maybe once things like get warmer again, because my brain fog from like I don't know, seasonal depression or just a lack of energy because it's all cold and shit. Even though I do like this time of year, is a thing that is apparent or like something. I don't know. I want to get back to doing things, making these little shorts because I enjoy doing those. More of my little talky talk, like reading videos. I also have a bunch of novels that I got for like my birthday and other kind of stuff that I want to read. Like it's oh god, what is it? It's Brandon Sanderson. I'm trying to look at my cover, but I have a bunch of little action figures covering up the actual names. It's like I watched like an animatic on it. We're just like, oh god, what is the name of it? I'll probably put it up on the screen because I'm dumb and also don't want to get up and could stop doing the video. But yeah, that's the thing. I want to do some like non-Battletech-y novel-y videos, just kind of break everything up and just have a little bit more fun, talk about different material that is novelization, or, well, not novelizations, but like novel reading material because I do love reading and I want to like show more cool books to read because books are cool. Yeah. All right, but yeah, that's kind of the general video. Oh yeah, there's also going to be like a new neat little end card that I made up that will have like, hey, thank you for watching, and links to videos and stuff. I hope or think. Yeah. However, I set up the thing to do that. But yeah, that'll be a neat thing for y'all to see at the very end of my videos when I do stuff. But yeah, hope you all have a wonderful one, and I hope to have newer videos for y'all to look up and comment on and do all the stuff and thingamajigs soon. All right. Hope you have a wonderful one, and hope you have a wonderful New Year's or whatever. Or I don't know. I don't know how to end the video, but now we're ending the video now.